you're here for the same reason I am. It's because you're trying to become the best version of yourself. And the first thing that I'm going to say, to become the best version of yourself, you need to start taking care of yourself. And it's as simple as that. Because when you start to take care of yourself, you start to put time and energy into yourself. And the times when you're always like helping other people, you're always like showing up for people. And you need to realize as well that the time and energy you put into someone else, you need to start putting that into yourself. So when you're always busy, you never seem to pay attention to yourself. And I wanted to add as well, by becoming the best version of yourself, you start to show up for yourself. And also as well, you start to have a skincare routine, a fitness routine. You start to exercise, you start to improve your diet, and the list can go on. But what I wanted to tell you is because by becoming the best version of yourself, it starts with how you feel about yourself on the inside. And the thing is, what makes you special, no one can really take that away from you. So that's why you might have personality, you might be disciplined, you might be organized. And I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about things that make you look good and things that make you feel good. And I think as well, because you're always on autopilot, you're always like doing the same things every single day. And having a routine is good, but you need to have times where you're like looking forward to something. And by looking forward to something, you have hobbies, you have things that you're doing with other people, but then you have things which you like to do as well. So by having things that you do for yourself, you realize that you don't always need other people around you. But then as well, you need to do things that make you happy and things that you look forward to. So by becoming the best version of yourself, the next thing that I'm going to say is to improve your diet. Because the thing is, you might eat food that tastes good, but then you feel bad afterwards. So that's why you might think I'm taking it to the extreme, but I just try my best to not eat as much dairy as I can. Because I know whenever I eat dairy products, my skin starts to break out straight away. And that's why I wanted to tell you, you need to like experiment. And you need to realize as well, the food that you're eating, it may taste good, but do you want to be feeling bad afterwards? And it's really about having clear skin, because if you have clear skin, not only do other people see it, but then also as well, you're like taking your hygiene seriously. And by taking your hygiene seriously, you start to wash your face. You don't touch your face as well. That's one thing that's important. So what you need to realize, by washing your hands, no matter how many times you wash your hands, you have to realize your hands are not always going to be clean. And then you're all of a sudden touching your face. And I've been doing that like every time I used to be bored. But then you realize as well, whatever you do, just avoid touching your face and take your hygiene seriously. And then because you're sweating, you start to like build spots. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because all of this can be avoided. And I know this video is all over the place, but I'm just going to say a list of things and hope it makes sense to you. So the second thing that I'm going to say is by improving your diet and by having a good skincare routine. I could have just said that, yeah. So by becoming the best version of yourself, you start to at least like become disciplined. You probably have a great personality, but people don't always see it. And you need to realize as well, by being disciplined, motivated, and by having a great personality, I'm going to say this, you need to be around people that actually support you and people that will give you feedback on what you can actually do better. And I think you saw this one coming, but I had to say it. Like I said near the beginning, it's you against you, and you're not trying to compete against other people, but you're trying to become the best version of yourself. So I'm going to continue on where I left off, and I did move the camera a bit. So if I look different at all in terms of like the top I'm wearing, or even if I look different like my hair or even like my face, just know I took a few minutes just to at least like rearrange things so that I can continue this video, because I wouldn't want something to be in the background which completely throws everyone's attention off and everyone's just distracted. But yeah, let me get back into this video. So I was talking about becoming the best version of you. And you have to realize by becoming the best version of you, you're not competing against other people, but you are competing against yourself. How do I actually say this? So, in terms of becoming the best version of yourself, you need to realize that you need to visualize yourself becoming the best version of yourself. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say 2 more points and then I'll end the video. And I'll save it for like another video if I need to. But what I was going to say, in terms of becoming the best version of yourself, you need to visualize of who you want to be and who you want to be with. And I think as well, the things that you may want to do, you're not really doing it right now. But then as long as you're working towards something, it will take you towards a direction of where you're meant to be or where you want to be. Because I feel like as long as you're putting in effort, you realize that when people say become 1% better, it's by you becoming more disciplined, it's by you even asking questions to people of where you want to be. So that's why asking for advice is important. And by becoming the best version of yourself, you don't want to become someone that you're not. So you shouldn't pretend that you know everything. Like even me, I've done like many videos and I still don't know how to edit videos in like a clean way. I mean, I'm trying, but I can only do so much. What I wanted to say for people that know me and people that have gotten to know me through my videos, I want to thank you for your support. And I know I don't always say it, but it's good to appreciate you where I can. I think the last thing that I'm going to say, in terms of becoming the best version of yourself, you might not expect me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. So you need to realize you can't put so much expectations on someone else. And that's even when you're like not with someone, you're even with someone as well. Like you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Like that's why you can't be like people pleasing. And you need to realize as well, you need to do things that help you, but also help other people. So in terms of how it helps you, it's because you need to have a purpose and you need to have something that you're working towards, where even if no one is with you, you're still doing the same thing to at least become better. So for example, I'm good at communicating, and if I keep that to myself, I'm not really helping people. And for example, you see my body language, you see my eye contact, and even like the tone of my voice. Like that's probably why you watch my videos, because my videos are consistent in terms of like sound quality, in terms of the way that I speak and how I say things. So yeah, so this video is not too long. I'm going to end it on this. So let's say for example, you're with someone, you put all your time into that relationship, but then you're not really like focusing on yourself. And then you realize as well, not that it will happen, but let's say someone decides to leave you. You realize that all that time that you put into someone else, you could have put into yourself. So the last thing that I'm going to say, let's say you're not with someone and you have all the time to make all the mistakes, you have all the time to travel to places where you want to, because you're not really with someone. And the thing is, it really depends on you, because at that point, it's really up to you. Are you going to do the things that you said you're going to do? Or are you going to wait until someone else helps you? Because the thing is, other people can help you, but they can't do it for you. So I will end the video here. I know I said way too much in this video, but I can always say more in another video. So thank you again for your support. For those of you that have returned, a massive thank you. And yeah, I'll be back with other videos depending on what you want to see next.